Hello folks, welcome to the show. I'm Craig Shelton. This is The Cut, right here on UTN. This is Big Richard Walker from HMW. This would be Angelo Lawford from HMW. We're coming to you tonight from Nick's Place of our Westheimer. You can email us at HoustonMediaWatch@yahoo.com, and I promise you, we will tell you how to get over to Nick's Place and have a damn good time watching some football in this 2013 NFL season and college season. Can't forget about that. It's been a while since you guys seen us taping over here at Nick's. As a matter of fact, haven't been in the studio much lately. We've been doing a lot of taping out at Reliance Stadium, as we promised we would do, to carry you through football season. HMW, that's Houston Media Watch. We like to do things our own way, and I think we've been doing a pretty decent job of putting our own brand on how we want to cover this Texas season, and we intend to continue that effort. So let's get moving with it tonight, right away out of the gate. By the time you see this episode, the Texans will be getting ready to get it on with the Seattle Seahawks, and I'm pretty sure the town will be abuzz in conversation, especially since we'll be coming off of, well, hopefully when you see this, we're coming off of a victory, a road victory, with a conference opponent in the current Super Bowl champs, Baltimore Ravens. Now, this is not the same Baltimore Raven team that won the Super Bowl last year, is what most people will tell you. I agree with that in theory, but I don't know that people had much more confidence in that team that won the Super Bowl last year early on than they have in this particular revamped new Baltimore Raven team, less Ray Lewis and, of course, Ed Reed, who's now a member of the Houston Texans secondary. So the talk of the town, no doubt about it, is all about the Seahawks. More than likely, the Seahawks with wins over Carolina 12-7, and the 49ers. The Carolina win was on the road. The 49er victory was at home, 28-3. They continued their dominance over the 49ers at home, and with Jacksonville on the record at the time, on the schedule at the time this show was taped, I'm gonna go ahead and say that the Texans and Seahawks are meeting up in Reliance Stadium, and the Seattle Seahawks are coming in undefeated.
You don't get a Jaguar chance.
I'm just gonna go out on a limb.
I'm just saying,
I could be wrong.
Any given Sunday.
I could be wrong, but this Sunday has not been given. I'm almost certain.
The Jacksonville Jaguars fan base, they're pretty close with the folks at Buffalo Wild Wings. I mean, things can happen. Sprinkler heads can pop up. You never know.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and my vote is in. If I'm wrong, go ahead and hit me up on Twitter at Craig Shelton, HMW, #idiot. But I got a feeling that I might be okay on this little prognostication. One thing that we like to do on the cut, particularly when we have the opportunity, I can't believe I'm about to say opportunity, to tape in studio or over here at Nick's. Because, like I say, we've been out so much taping at the stadium. We love to get the social media involved in the show. So what we're going to start the show with tonight, since we haven't had a chance to kind of get back to the old format of late, I want to get it started right away with some input off of social media. And we'll start on Twitter. And I'll cover with you folks what the question is that I put out on Twitter, and we'll go through some of the responses, and I'll give these guys an opportunity to comment on it. got a lot of content coming up for you tonight, but we're going to start it with the social media. Started with Twitter. Now, here's a question that I posed on Twitter earlier before we tape this show today. What Texas player have you been most disappointed with thus far in the 2013 season? And which Texans player has been a pleasant, let's say a pleasant surprise to you, all right? Now, I worded it a little different on Facebook and a little bit different on Twitter because I only have 140 characters to work with on Twitter, obviously, but trust me, it's the same question on both mediums. And I'll throw out this particular, we got quite a few responses, but a couple of them I'll highlight. This one is from @Frobius, that's FREBEUS, no O, _ NS. That's @Frobius. And what Frobius had to say was Wade Smith and DeAndre Hopkins were the two Texans that he's been disappointed in. One, meaning Wade Smith, the Texans left guard, and the player he's been most pleased with thus far, a pleasant surprise, I should say, is rookie sensation DeAndre Hopkins. I don't think I'm out of line saying rookie sensation. I'll get your initial thoughts on that, and then I'll read the rest of his tweet. Richard.
Okay. Well, of course, I agree with you in regards to Hopkins. I mean, he's come out the gate phenomenal catch. He really stepped up and was the hero in Andre's absence after the hit.
The Texans game.
In the Titans game. Yeah. I mean, this kid has shown a lot of grit. He did the same thing in the preseason. He really impressed me going back to training camp. So for me, I'm not surprised because I saw the kid from the time that, you and I were out in training camp. We saw him making plays. So
not surprised he makes some plays. I don't think nobody expected what he did. I think to expect what he did against the Titans.
Oh no, yeah.
You just can't.
Yeah.
I mean, I was honored to be in the building.
Right.
I tweeted that. I was like,
and to be honest,
2 years from now, I want to look back and say, I remember that day.
And the confidence that the Texans have in him to be a rookie.
Matt Schaub in particular.
Yeah, because he's been targeted quite a few times. So. Yeah, he's a nice surprise.
You think about the way the sequence went in that game, the Tennessee game, Texas down by 8. Matt Schaub targets him twice on a critical. They get to that critical point. Texas have the ball. They target him twice. They target him twice, and I think on first and second down. I believe they ran on third down. I may be incorrect, or maybe they threw to Andre Johnson or Owen Daniels. I think it was Owen Daniels. They threw to him on third down. Incomplete. They punt. They get the ball back. Matt Schaub goes right back to him.
Yep.
Goes right back to him several times. He makes awesome catches up the sideline. Then he goes to Andre Johnson, and the Bernard Pollard thing happens. But the point I'm getting to is the fact that Matt Schaub went to him, didn't have success, and came back to him again. Frobius also said that the offensive line has been inconsistent, to put it nice, but Wade Smith has been exceptionally bad. He said Wade Smith has whiffed on a couple of plays, been getting blown back into the quarterback's face too often. I'll let you address that before I go to the rest of
I couldn't agree more. I honestly think the way that he's played so far, I think that Wade Phillips could block better than Wade Smith right now.
He is coming out surgery.
Yeah.
And he probably shouldn't, in ideal circumstances, be on the field.
Right.
With Quisenberry out.
It's football, man. I mean,
I'm not debating it.
Yeah. If you're capable of being on the field, then you need to deliver. And, the whole line itself seems to be out of sync. But Wade Smith really sticks out.
You see an individual play on the line. You see some good stuff here, some good stuff there. Chris Myers has been the most consistent Texan offensive lineman at this point. I think it's fair to say that having Dwayne Brown get the season started out. Tough matchup against Dwight Freeney. That was a battle. I think it was overplayed that Dwayne played as bad as people say he did.
No.
Dwayne made plays. That was a battle, folks.
Right.
And both guys made some plays. But moving forward, I'll give Angelo a chance to respond to the rest of Frovius's tweet. In regard to DeAndre Hopkins, he said, we all expect a lot from DeAndre Hopkins, but dude has been pretty damn money for a rookie wide receiver.
No, I totally agree with that. I do. Like you say, it starts from the preseason. He showed signs that he was going to be a special player. And he's not just a good player at this stage. He's actually projecting to be a special player. And that's that's something that I think is what's surprising, because you knew you were going to get a solid player, but I don't know if we knew that we were going to get that in DeAndre Hopkins. I will tell you one player I'm a little bit disappointed with myself, but it's an extension of last season, is Brooks Reed.
I'm with you there.
And so, because he's one of the players that made Mario Williams expendable in the first place. And I think
Mario Williams' salary made him expendable.
Well, that's true.
I think that's what it was, more than Brooks Reed.
But the way he was projected from his rookie year, I don't think he's progressed the way that we would have expected. And so, going into this season, so far 2 games in, I'm not really too impressed.
Yeah, I think Brooks Reed to this point has not shown a lot. I think he's doing maybe a little bit less than Corner Baldwin did.
Right.
And I think Whitney Merciless is doing about, well, he's actually probably doing a little bit more than Corner did at this point last year, because Whitney is putting a lot of pressure on quarterbacks.
Right.
He hasn't got the sacks yet.
Right.
But he is putting pressure on there, and he's better in the run game. I've seen some improvement, but I haven't seen, there's not enough of a sample size there for me to say, oh, Whitney Houston has figured out the run game for the Texans. I'm not going to go there with you, Rich.
Right. Well, yeah, I agree. But to me, this is the person that, I've been most impressed with, and this is who I jokingly call your favorite defensive back, is Shiloh Kill.
Shiloh Kill.
His name doesn't come up very often, but
he's been solid. He's been solid.
He's been solid. You can't deny it. He's been solid. Not saying that he's been great. He's been solid. KO has come in. He's fit into his role. Yeah, he's made some mistakes. He's had some opportunities where he should have been over the top in pass coverage. But
glad this segment's about
here's the
over.
play to me that sticks out. The fake punt.
Right.
That was huge in that San Diego game.
So Shiloh K was a good safety now, because of the fake punt.
Not only that, he made some big plays in that San Diego game.
You and I both know that we've seen plays that Shiloh K has been involved in and hasn't got any pub because bad quarterback play, inaccurate passing saved him. That we saw him miss, not being supposed to be over the top.
You're measuring Shiloh by a defensive back standard.
No, I'm measuring Shiloh.
I'm using the Shiloh KO.
Good quarterback is back there. Yeah. No doubt about it. All right. No, I knew it was coming. There was no way this Cowboy fan was going to let me live down Shiloh KO not embarrassing
He balled out, man. I mean,
Shiloh KO has not embarrassed himself yet, but we'll ask you in this show, maybe in the next segment, what Texans, if anyone, has embarrassed themselves? We'll ask Angelo Lawford, and we'll ask Richard Walker. It's The Cut right here. We'll be right back.